it's Nicole, and I'm here with a Mix It Up Monday, and we're catching up on Project Life. Today, I have week 21 and 22, and the reason I only have 2 days is because week 22 is actually a 2-page spread. And so it took me half an hour. It took me half an hour per page. So between the 3 pages, it took me an hour and a half. And so I don't like to do more than 15 or 20 minutes of video. So next week, actually the next week after also is also a 2-page spread, because it's for a whole month. But for week 21, which is May 17th to May 23rd, this was my birthday week. So I have a few of my birthday presents, and I had printed the pictures a little too big, and so I went, and of course I print with my iPhone, and so I had to turn off the camera and reprint some of the pictures. Not all my pictures I print with my iPhone, but these particular pictures I had taken with my iPhone, so I needed to turn the camera off and use my iPhone to print with my Canon selfie. And because I wanted to have smaller photos, just because I found they fit better on the card. So the first card is going to be the title card, and that's where I'm going to put week 21. And I've had a ton of questions about where do you get all those little labels? Is that something, like where did you get them? All of those are from sticker sheets. I have, from different companies, October Afternoon. Let me see, I have them right here. A lot of them are from October Afternoon, Crate Paper, Pebbles, a lot of October Afternoon, and Jilly Bean. And what I do is I sit down and I choose, a certain color theme, and then I go with that, and then I just go through all my stickers. I have a bunch of die cuts, and the die cuts are a lot of them are from October Afternoon, the bits and pieces that they have. I have a whole bunch of those, so I have those in the container that I showed back in one of my videos. I have all the embellishments in there, and I don't know which ones I'm going to use. I tried to vary the sizes, so I tried to vary from in my pile, I try to put circles, squares, rectangles, and then a lot of labels, like longer shapes, because when I do my little clusters, I like to add a little variety to it. And so this time around, I went with yellow and grayish and black. And so I pulled everything, I decided on, I used to only pick 8 cards. Now I go a little beyond, and I put maybe 12 or 14 cards, just so that when I'm actually creating the layouts, that I have a little bit more leeway, but I don't want, 500 cards to choose from. And then when I get to this point, then I can just divide the photos between the cards. So that's what I did at first. Then I start putting the embellishments from one page to another, and then I start gluing everything down. Now the first picture to the right, like I said, it was my birthday week, so my husband and my kids had bought me a Pandora bracelet that I wanted forever. And then the blue one is, actually I got it around my birthday too, but it's from South Hill, and I bought it for myself, but it was around my birthday, so and I had kind of take a picture of the two of them the two of them on my wrist at the same time. And so I'm just putting a few embellishments with that, and like I said, they're all stickers that are from my stash that I put there. The next one is of Mason eating an ice cream, and so I just put, the top of the card says noted, and then I just put a little sticker there that says say cheese. And then the card after that, there's not going to be much. It's just a heart with the word you, and then I just put a little tab there, and a little dot, enamel dot. And then the next card, we were just parked in our driveway, and Mason sat at the wheel and pretending he was driving, and I just put, I'm just saying, seriously. He's already saying that he was going off to work and stuff. So the card after that, that's what I'm going to talk about. Or I guess here would be the card before that. It says happiness is, and I'm just going to talk about the things that Mason says sometimes makes us laugh. The card after that, the bottom one, is we had gone out for my birthday, and it's just a little local restaurant here. It's like a family restaurant. It's really good. And you can have, from turkey dinner to steaks to, seafood stuff. It's just a family restaurant. So I like to go there with Mason because then he can still have a good meal like potatoes and carrots and meat and that kind of stuff. So we went there for my birthday, and I took a picture of me and my son there, but it's all out of focus because he was trying to not take the picture. He's so hard to take pictures with now. It's, if I can get a good one, like this summer while we were on vacation, I begged him until he agreed to take some nice pictures. So, and then the picture after that was an online order that I had put, and it was for those Inktense pencils, which I used a couple of weeks ago on one of my layouts. It was a watercolor Wednesday, and I absolutely love them. They're ink in a pencil. They act like watercolors, but they are permanent when they dry. Love them, love them, love them. So I just, with my little alphas there from Teresa Collins, I'm just going to put goodness, and then Pandora birthday, and then ice cream next to Mason, and then good meal next to the photo that we were eating. Now, before I go on to the next page, I have had a lot of questions whether or not I am going to do December daily this year, because last year my channel just kind of stopped, and I did December daily for the whole month. And I know there's a lot of people that enjoy December daily, but there's a lot of people that just like, layouts and stuff. So what I decided to do this year, and I had a lot of questions last year too about my December daily because it was, done quickly and stuff. So I'm going to do it in a form of a class, and it's going to be called Let's Document December, and we're going to sort of dive in and go step by step how I plan. So if you're a project lifer too, that's going to be great because this is how I do my project life too. So we're going to go and we're going to do every day of December from December 1st to December 31st. But more than that, we're going to be prepping, for the month of December. And then we're going to be making our own embellishments and all that. So that is going to be up for sale very, very soon in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So be watching for that. So I've had a ton of questions. I tried to wait till it was closer to the date because it's almost 3 weeks from now that it's going to be released. So, but I keep getting more and more questions. So I just want to let you know, yes, I'm going to be doing December daily, and it's going to be in the form of a class. And so that's going to wrap up week 21, and in a second here I'm going to be done, and it's going to flip to week 22. And week 22 is May 24th to May 30th, and we had quite a busy week that week. I think I'm just going to wait till it flips here. It's almost done. And yes, so we had a very busy week that week. It was, my son started a new school in February or March of 2015. And that weekend, it was bring your parent to school, not necessarily to meet the teacher, but just to visit this new amazing school. It is beautiful. They have technology up the yin yang. It's just amazing. And then right after we left there, we brought Mason to the zoo, and my daughter and her boyfriend met us there, and I managed to talk my son into coming too. So that was pretty cool. He hadn't wanted to go to the zoo forever. So I have a lot of pictures. I didn't want to try to squish everything into one page. So I just went ahead and did the 2 pages. And I like to print my pictures 2 by 3 or 3 by 4 or smaller. I like the pictures, but a lot of this stuff, I guess I do pages about it. I do full pages about this stuff. So this, for me, Project Life is kind of an overview of our year. So you can flip through and go, okay, so that's the week we went to the zoo and, we went to the school. And then if you go into my albums, then you have, the bigger pictures and more the in-depth story about what happened that day and that kind of stuff. And I like to do that. So the color theme, I guess I decided for this week is green and black, and I actually love so much green and black together. I love that color combo. And I didn't want to do the 2 pages side by side all at once because I find that's just too overwhelming. It's just too much. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of figuring off to the side here, if you can tell, off to the right, I'm kind of figuring the cards that I'm going to use for the next page. And what I did was when I sat down and kind of decided on the cards, I could tell that this was going to be a 2-pager just by the number of pictures that I had. So right off the bat, I made sure that I had more than 8 4x6 cards and more than 8 3x4 cards, just so that I would have a good variety, of choices of cards to pick. Okay, sorry, my computer died. It dies within 10 minutes now. I don't understand. But anyway, the battery just doesn't hold its power. I guess the computer is almost 6 years old, so I can't ask for too much, right? So I kind of forget where I was going, but I think I was saying that I like to add a little bit more cards so that I have, some leeway with what cards I want to choose, but I don't want 500 or 600 cards to choose from. When I am ready to create, I just want to get going and put it together. Now, like I said, I did basically 3 pages because I did week 21 and week 22 is a 2-page spread, and between the 3 of them, it took me an hour and a half. So that means it's about half an hour each page. And I count that to the fact that the pictures are already printed, and I've already pre-chosen a bunch of embellishments and the cards. So when I start doing it, I just basically put down the cards, decide where the pictures are going to go, and then I take out my little baggie of embellishments. And again, those embellishments are from sticker sheets, from little die cut packages from October Afternoon or wherever I get die cut packages. But most of them, I believe, when I put my Project Life kind of kit together, and you can see that in a previous video. The first video I show you, it's all messy inside a blue container, and then I show you again at the beginning of one of the layouts that I did for catching up on Project Life, and I show you an Antonius container that I have everything divided. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And now when I sit down, I take a little envelope of pictures, I take them out, and then I go, okay, this week I'm going to do blue, or this week I'm going to do aqua or green and black, or choose 2 colors. And then I put them in another page protector, and then when I'm ready to go, I just take that out, and then it takes me literally half an hour, and I have a Project Life spread done. And right now when I started this catching up thing, I think I didn't have page or week 11 done, but I had 12 done. It was kind of weird. So we'll say 11 or 12. And I just finished week 26. So I've just in a few weeks really, I'm done till the end of June, so basically half the year. So I feel really good. Next week I plan on, getting 3 more weeks done. And so my goal is to try to finish it up before the year is done, because I'd like to do Project Life next year and to keep up with it. And where I've this year was kind of my first year to really go at it. I've bought the stuff, a long time ago, and I would do a week here or there, and then I would stop. So this year is the first time that, I have 26 weeks done now. So that's half the year done. And I said too that I would do a video of once half the year is done. So I'll be doing that. I have a couple weeks off, so I'll be doing that on my weeks off. And I'll be showing it with the video of next week. So next Monday, I'll be showing half the year, and then I'm going to keep going on my year. So that's an example of a sticker sheet that I have with my Project Life stuff. And it's just labels and border strips and all different kinds of stickers. And this one here, I had put the entire border sheet, and that's from Crate Paper, with my pictures and everything, because I didn't want to put baby powder on that big strip, because I just wanted to take it right off the sheet. And I put it on a few places on the cards. And then I finished the first page already. So the first page was a couple of pictures of Mason inside the school, and I used some embellishments, and then I put "Yay, let's go," and then a picture of him, me, and Katie at McDonald's. And then I got a picture of him with the mascot at the school. And then a picture of my daughter and her boyfriend and Mason, and they make a cute little family. So that's what I put. And then I took a picture of this 3D printer that they have at the school. It's so cool. And then things that they actually printed out in 3D, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So Grey's Anatomy, if you watch Grey's Anatomy and they talk about 3D printer, I was like, yeah, okay. But it actually exists, and they, you can print out stuff that is 3D. So I thought that was so cool. So I took pictures of that. Now the next page is our day at the zoo, which was the same day. So the whole week was about one day, which is fine. So I took out some stamps. I haven't been using stamps a lot, so I took an Amy Tangerine stamp, and there was little chevron arrows, and I'm going to stamp those 3 times on the layout, just randomly. And then I'm also going to stamp out some plus signs eventually. And what I decided to do here was, I would kind of set out the pictures, and then I would start putting embellishments, and then I had to move everything because I had the pictures down. So I got smart. I think this was the layout. Maybe it's the one after. But I just glued down my pictures right away, just glued them down in the middle, and then I don't have to move everything over. But I can't remember if it was this page or the next one, because, once you have the picture down and you start putting everything down, and then you have to move everything. No, I guess it wasn't. I guess it's the next page maybe. But what I decided to do, maybe it was after these 2-page spread, I was like, oh my goodness, I wasted maybe 10 minutes putting the pictures down, putting down the embellishments that I thought would go there, and then moving everything and gluing everything down. So you'll see the next page. The first thing I do is I glue down the pictures. Once I decide where the pictures are going to go, I just glue them down, because I don't want to have to deal with moving everything out. So here I'm going to use the rest of that border strip from that sticker sheet. And the very top picture is a picture of Mason and Josh going down the slide, Katie and Josh going down the slide. And then I put a little speech bubble, and I've already done the journaling. So I just kind of put, Mason was so happy that all 3, Josh, Kate, and Pat, went down the slide with him. So then the next page is my daughter Katie pushing him in a little, they have these it's almost like little carts for kids and like little strollers, but they're little cars, and he absolutely loves it. And we always rent one when we go, and Katie was pushing him and her boyfriend Pat is beside him. The picture after that is Mason, and he's blowing on a dandelion, and it was so cute. And I put underneath the picture, he is such a sweetie. And then the picture after that, I just took pictures of the lion, and then Mason petting a goat, and then I just put lions, Mason, and then I put in my handwriting, Mason loved all the animals. And then the picture after that is Katie and Josh going down the slide, and then Mason running away from the slide. And then on each picture, I put a name of one of the kids. So the top one, I put Josh. The third one, 3x4, I put Pat. Then I put Mason, and then I put Caitlin on the bottom one. And the very, I guess that would be the title card, I put meet me at the zoo. And I know I put week 22nd on the first page, but I wanted to remember, I guess, or to know that this was still week 22. So on that page next to the arrows, I put week 22. And that's, and then the top picture I put we slide, because that's what he kept saying. And that's going to wrap up this week's Monday, Mix It Up Monday, catching up on Project Life. And I just beyond excited to let you guys know about this project. I guess I'm going to call it Let's Document December. And we're going to go through, like I said, A to Z on how to make your daily December, like the memories of that. But also I'm going to talk about the list, everything, making your own embellishments. There's going to be 40 plus videos in that class. And it's going to start before December so that you have a few days to kind of get organized before December 1st. And that's it. That's going to wrap up this Mix It Up Monday. And we will see you on Wednesday for Watercolor Wednesday. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're going to have a wonderful week. Now this afternoon, if you're watching this in the afternoon, this is going to go up on Monday, and I'm having a massage done today, so woot for massages. I totally need it. My neck is like totally tight and my back, so it's going to feel great. So it's a great way to start the week. And then I'm going to come back home and, keep working on finishing up a couple of classes that I'm working on. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.